Hello, dreamers. So, yes, I know it's been a long time, but I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for still watching my videos, still commenting, and still liking them. I truly, truly appreciate it. So let's get started. So this video today is all about the numbers 338 and 222. As I was driving, I saw 338 to my right, looked to my left to 222, and it sent my mind spiraling. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have a message. Because if you guys only know what I've been going through. I've already told you guys I have a lot on my plate, even extra added to my plate now. But let's get into these numbers. 338, what does that mean? 338 to me means being grateful for where you are, what you have, what you've been through in a sense. And it was like, be grateful. What is being grateful? Being grateful is just being appreciative of the things that you have, regardless if you feel like you have a little or you can have more or whatever the case may be. You have to appreciate what you have in order to get more. Period. That's it. You have to appreciate what you have in order to get more. And then the number 222 to my left was like, you're on your right path. So it's like, be grateful for where you are because you are on your right path. So it made me realize that all the experiences that I went through, good, bad, ugly, everything that I've been through got me to this point. I would not be able to be where I'm at now without all of those experiences. The only thing is, when you're not grateful for where you are, you tend to be ruminating about the past and thinking about all the things that has happened, maybe trauma, all these things that were unfortunate for you. And it sends you in this state of ungratefulness. It can also make you depressed, sad, and things like that when you're in this constant state of ungratefulness and unappreciativeness. Not saying that all people that are depressed are ungrateful. No, but I'm saying that this could possibly happen to you. So the key is just being grateful for you where you are, because you have to understand that everyone has a story. You're not the only one out here with a story. Everyone has a story. Ask somebody, what's your story? They're going to tell you. Everyone has a story. A lot of people like to feel like their life is so traumatic and they go through so much, like, why me, right? Somebody might have it worse than you. You have to understand that. You're not the only one out here with a story. But there are people with horrible stories that make it to the top, that are in really good places right now because they are grateful and appreciative of where they are and understand that their past is not holding them back. Their past is what propels them forward. Like, you have a story for a reason. I was watching this, my husband was watching So You Think You Can Dance, I think. And the young girl, she was on there. She was a fantastic dancer. But she was also an EMT. And one of the judges asked her, like, so why did you decide to become an EMT? And she said, well, when I was 10 years old, my father was murdered. And the EMTs were dispatched to another location, and she felt like they probably could have saved him if they wouldn't have dispatched to another location. So she wanted to be an EMT to help others in the future. Like, because of some tragedy, it propelled her towards a career that she probably never would even thought of without that tragedy. Right? It's like everything we experience is for a reason. Yes, it may be hurtful. Yes, it may be painful. Yes, it may be traumatic, but you can overcome it. And that's with a lot of work. If you're like listening to this video right now, you're like, if you only knew my story is horrible. Like, girl, please. Then you have a lot of healing to do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you have a lot of healing to do. I've been through a lot. I have a story about domestic abuse and stuff like that. I've been through a lot, right? But I'm not going to allow it to hold me back, because guess what? Then my trauma wins. Then my abuser wins, right? No, it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm winning. I choose to win because I choose to be grateful and choose to realize that it had to happen. These sequences of events in my life, it led me to where I am today. The story is still unfolding. It's still unfolding. I don't know where it's going to land. It's still unfolding. And that's the beauty about life. You have a choice to wake up and say, okay, What can I do today to make myself a better person? You have that choice. Instead of dwelling on the negatives and what you don't have and what you do want versus what you don't have, it's not a good space to be in. It's not, right? Imagine, okay, so I know a lot of my followers, I have Christian, non-Christian, spiritualists, Buddhists, all type of people from different religions or people from no religions that follow me. But let's just take this story of Jesus. What happens if Jesus was like, why me? Why I gotta go through all this, right? He going through all this stuff that's happening to him. And instead of him pushing forward and going along with his story, going along his journey, he becomes depressed. He starts to isolate himself. He's no longer seen. He's not healing anyone. He's not doing anything. There's no Jesus. Because guess what? Jesus is in there like, woe is me. Jesus is like, I'm ungrateful. I'm not appreciative of this life. I can't believe it. Why is this happening to me? Like everyone else has it better than me. What if Jesus was like that? We wouldn't have the story of Jesus. And the story of Jesus is very profound, very inspiring, very uplifting, very tragic at the same time. But it's a lesson in there. You are a lesson. You teach a lot of people. You have to understand everyone has a different perspective. There's not one person in this world you're going to agree with 100% because everyone has different perspectives. Everyone has a story. Everyone has some form of trauma. Everyone. Whether they got into a light car accident, that can be traumatizing, right? Or seeing something on TV can be traumatizing to some people. Almost everyone experienced some form of trauma. But guess what? What dictates how well they will succeed is their mental state and whether they're going to dwell on the past and not be appreciative and grateful for what it is that they have and appreciative and grateful for the experiences of life. You have to be grateful. That 338 is a very powerful number. Be grateful for where you are. Yes, you may experience some abuse, some physical, emotional, sexual, all types of abuse. Yes, you may have. Yes, you may have been treated unfairly. Yes, you may have been, you may have lost an arm, a leg. It could be anything that's traumatic, but you have a story and your story is yours to tell. But how you tell it is by living and being the best version of yourself, being an inspiration to someone who is experiencing some of the same forms of trauma that you are. Be grateful for where you are because guess what? You're on your right path. You're doing it right. Don't worry. If you're struggling with something right now, know that it's happening for a reason. Chill. Put it to the side. Let it go. It's going to happen for you. Whatever it is, it's going to happen. Or maybe not. Maybe you're destined for something greater. Who knows? But the key is to not give up, to be grateful and appreciative of what you have and understand that you are on the right path. I thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate you all. You all are so amazing. And until next time, dreamers, dream.